All right, well, from that little viewpoint, I think I have found the Hoyt Trail again. And because I still have plenty of battery, let's continue south and see if there are any other nice viewpoints worth checking out. Rawr. Maybe no more viewpoints. If this is going to be droppy, I don't want to drop too far. So I got to make sure I have enough juice to get back. Because I still have down into the Tanium Creek drainage and then climb up to where my van is. And it's the climbs, of course, that eat the battery. These down. Oh, what's this? Man, there's trails everywhere. What is this? Like I was saying, the coasting down eats, obviously, I mean, it's kind of intuitive, like no battery. And the climbing eats battery. I mean, duh. But it's been interesting, just like a learning experience. It's not about turning around when you're at 50%. It's about figuring out how much climbing you have to do. Because if you started low and climbed, and then most of your return is a descent, like my longest ride was 48 miles. I got to the top with 33% battery, I think. And like, oh man, I don't know if I'll have enough to get back. But it was fine. Now, what trail am I on? Anybody want to tell me that? Is this also the Hoyt Trail? Or, I mean, none of this stuff's on the map, yo. What's this one? Oh, okay, this has to be, well, since it has to be, this is probably the Hoyt Trail. I'll stop and check the map at some point so I don't get too lost, but getting lost is half the fun. Man, it's beautiful out here. We're so lucky because there's big fires burning to the east and northeast, but we've been super lucky with the wind blowing the smoke away from us because the air quality today is fantastic. I have no idea where I am, but I'm heading in the right direction, so that's all that really matters. Yee-hoo! Yeah, baby. Oh, this is pretty. Of a ridge trail. Oh, ha. Maybe it's a dead end. Is this a dead end? Oh, no. It keeps going, right? Yeah. Where the hell am I? I better check the map before I get myself into something stupid. Where are we? Okay. Where are we? Okay, we're on the Hoyt Trail. Yeah. All right. So this is it. Cool. Looks like there's, yeah, okay, 2 ways to go, but whatever. we're on the right trail, and we'll get back. Yeah, we'll take Hoyt all the way back. So we came up Frost, then we did a little jaunt, well, a little side detour, and then we're on Hoyt, and we'll head all the way back. Sweet. All right. This looks interesting. Let's see. Ooh. Doop-be-doop-be-doop. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Excuse me, Mr. Tree. Oh my gosh. Loosey goosey, slippery, slippery. So I keep asking this question because nobody's answered me. What's wrong with the brakes on the XE Pro S Enduro? What's wrong with these brakes? Yes, they're mountain bike style brakes and not motorcycle style brakes, but I've never not been able to stop. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I don't know if you can see my hands in this video, but I'm never using more than 2 fingers on the back, usually 1 finger on the front. And that's more than adequate. These are the, I haven't touched the brakes. It's the OEM pads and the OEM, well, I've got OEM everything. I bled, the back brake was getting pretty squishy, soft, so I did bleed the back brake. And I swapped the pads because the back pads were getting a little worn, so they're the same front and back, so I just swapped the very unused fronts to the back. So, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, this would be gnarly on the up. This is. Let's go. Oh wait, oh yeah. Anyway, yeah. So these brakes, fine. Look, 1 finger on the front, 2 on the back. Oh. So I want to understand, somebody tell me, what's the advantage? Everybody calls them Ultra B style brakes. I'm like, they're not Ultra B style brakes, they're just motorcycle brakes. It's bigger calipers basically. But this thing is so light at 160, what, I've seen 165, 169, whatever. Around 170 pounds, this bike. Why do you need big, beefy moto brakes? Has anybody cooked them? Maybe the folks that are ripping around on the road and hard on the brakes, maybe? I don't know. I would argue these brakes are just fine, and one of the reasons the Ultra B is heavier than, like a lot heavier, is it has heavier components. It has heavier brakes, it has heavier chain, heavier sprockets. It's just like, oh man. Oof. Oh, yeah. Man, this is a gnarly trail. This, I guess I'm lucky I went, I think I'm lucky I went clockwise, because that would have been a gnarly climb. Whew. Note to self, do this loop clockwise, unless you want a pretty challenging hill climb. So anyway, there's nothing wrong with the Ultra B. It's a heavier duty bike, so you know, it'll probably last longer, maybe. Right? Like if everything, things won't wear out as fast. The sprockets won't wear out as fast. The chain won't wear out as fast. The brakes, I mean, yeah, bigger calipers with bigger pads. You won't have to change brake pads as often, and you'll have more bite. Not that you need it. I think the only advantage I can think of is bigger calipers, bigger pads means your pads will last longer. Does that matter? Not to me, it doesn't. I'd rather save weight and go with lighter calipers, smaller pads, and just have to replace them a little more often, because replacing brake pads is stupid easy, and brake pads are stupid cheap. So I'm gonna stick with these lightweight mountain bike style brakes. Bleeding them is a little different, right? You don't have like the nipples you get on a motorcycle brake. So you need bicycle a mountain bike brake bleeding kit, which fortunately I already had. And then super simple, bleeding the brakes on this bike. I mean, I could make a video. I don't think anybody care. I think I might do a video of installing the tubeless on the front wheel, because before I installed tubeless on the back, I saw a number of, well, I watched a number of videos just so I'd know what to expect, right? Tips and tricks and whatnot. So like the official new tech video, but then also videos from guys who've installed a ton of tubeless and like, hey, here's little shortcuts and hacks and tips and tricks, which are always useful. But one comment that I noticed on, oh, what did I just get in my back wheel? Oh, got a stick. Get out of there. All right. There we go. One of the comments that I've seen on multiple videos is like, everybody's done videos showing putting tubeless on the rear, and apparently, supposedly, putting the tubeless on the front is a lot harder. I'm not sure why. Why would it be harder? Don't know. So, I think I have not yet put the tubeless on the front. I have it, but I just haven't gotten around to putting it on. That'll be a good future project. Oh, this is pretty. Oh yeah. Boing boing. The other quite well documented gripe with the Arctic Leopard, I think I've heard it's the same with the Pro R as the Pro S, is suspension. It's not horrible, but out of the box, the front is oversprung. In other words, the front is really stiff. Even you dial the compression all the way down, front is still very stiff. I've never bottomed out the front of this bike, whereas the rear out of the box is super soft and very easy to bottom out. So I dialed the compression up on the back, and that helped a lot. The front is as low as it'll go, but that's still pretty stiff. So, you know, it goes, it's fine. But when I have a little money laying around, maybe swapping out the front forks or seeing if somebody sells lighter springs. That's all it really needs. I don't think it needs a whole new fork. Though again, from what I've read on various forums and whatnot, nobody makes lighter springs for this I think it's KEE suspension. Ooh, look at this. Whee! Oh yeah. Ugh. Damn. Ha. This Hoyt trail is no joke. Fantastic. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I think it's the KEE forks. Not a brand I'm very familiar with, but you know, I'm sure they make a lot of forks. Somebody has to have engineered some lighter springs. Oh yeah, feel the burn. Woo! Flowy. Beautiful flowy trail with the smell of the woods. There's something people don't really talk about with the e-motos. So, you know, oh, where's the, oh, wait, we're at a junction. Okay, that must be Frost. And straight is Hoyt Mine. Yeah, gotta be. Yeah, there's a sign there, Hoyt Mine Trail. All right, cool. And I don't know, somewhere I missed the turnoff before, but that was fine, because was a fun little side quest. Actually, what I was talking about, something people don't talk about a lot. They talk about the noise, right? Like, kind of awesome how quiet this thing is. You know, by the end of the ride, my ears aren't ringing. I don't have to wear earplugs, which I do on some of my bikes. They're so obnoxiously loud. The other thing is smell. You know, like when I'm riding with folks on gas bikes, you know, got that. You always smell the exhaust, right? I don't think I have a very sensitive nose, but you can tell who's running rich and whatnot. These e-motos are odor-free. So if you're sensitive and you don't like odors, it's another reason to consider one of these. And like I said, I was just enjoying the smell of the forest. It smells really good, and it's not being tainted or tinged by this smell of gasoline, oil. And this isn't meant to be like hating on gassers. I got a lot of gassers, and the smell of two-stroke is special. But it's also nice to have the option to go quiet and quiet and scent free. That's all I'm going to say about that. What a trail. Something else, you're like, oh, it'll only go 50 miles. Huh. 50 miles of this, and I am cooked. This is what I enjoy. I enjoy this tight techno single track where almost the whole ride I'm standing on the pegs, right, absorbing all these whoops. By the time I'm back to the van, even after, I mean, like today is probably gonna be maybe 30 miles, maybe. But I'm tired. I'm tired from yesterday, because yesterday was a fantastic ride. But B, this is kind of physical. The Lord knows I need the exercise. I don't need a bigger battery. I don't need more range for this kind of riding. If I wanted to go on a longer ride, I'd bust out one of the gas bikes. But this trail would not be as much fun on either of my dirt bikes, the WR250R or the WR400F. Well, the 250 is kind of gutless and heavy, and the 400 is got guts, but it's also heavy and no e-start. That's an antique bike. Having to kick that thing, first off, you know, I always stall it in the worst possible place, right? Some nasty hill climb, I'm like, oops, stalled it. And then, you know, trying to kick a big thumper on a hill when it's already hot, not fun or easy. Of course, that's my fault for having such an antique bike. It's time to retire that thing. It's done. It needs a ton of work. I might just sort of give it away, because somebody who has the time could restore it and turn it back into a weapon. It's a fantastic bike. Really torquey, really good suspension, really stable, confidence inspiring. But for me, it's the lack of an e-start. It's my biggest gripe. Ooh, look at this. Another little viewpoint. The sign says trail left, yeah. Oh, wow. Let's just stop here and take a quick look. Oh, and take a breather. Gorgeous. So Frost Creek is down in this drainage. Lost my van. I don't know where my van went. I think it's behind these trees. Beautiful. Man, that's steep. Good job, little Chinese e-moto. This thing is awesome.